So, day 5, from Brockenhurst down to Lymington, around the marshes to Keyhaven, then Milford-on-Sea and home. Doing all right, I gotta say, coming through the New Forest, really real change of terrain from the earlier days, but so beautiful. So I'm thinking about the Apostle Paul's words in 1 Corinthians 9. He says, don't you know, every athlete who wants to go into the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a prize that won't last, but in our Christian lives, we train, we run to get a prize that will last forever. And he says to the Corinthians, he says, don't run aimlessly. Run in such a way as to get the prize. And in Corinth, there was a big running track, and they were runners, they were athletes, they watched the games there, so they knew what he was talking about. And, you know, it's made me think, I've learned a lot from others, some from experience myself, of how do you run in order to achieve your objective. You know, for me, that's running 90 miles in 6 days for Love Your Neighbour in 2022. If you haven't yet donated, really appreciate it. If you could, head to the Lovechurch website and just click the donate button, the give page. You can do it there. Really appreciate anything you can do to give. That's my objective. You know, in your race in life, it'll be a different objective. But I've learned there's a kind of decision tree that you've got to go through. At the top of that tree is safety. You've got to be safe. If you don't stay safe, you're not going to make it. That's the first objective. It's the first part of the decision tree. And, you know, in running, that means having the right kit. It means you've worked on your route. It means you take care. It means you let other people know where you are, that you've got the right communication devices if you're out on your own, as I am this morning. So stay safe. In the Christian life, you know, for me, that's around accountability, relationships. And, you know, I was just reflecting on that for myself, thinking, well, you know, maybe during the coronavirus, the last 18 months, that's something I've let slip a bit. I'm not as close to the people who held me accountable as I was. We've kept meeting up, but it's not been as intentional around accountability. And I think he feels the same way. And so, you know, we're looking to renew that aspect of our lives. And I think in Lovechurch family, we all need that. We all need those accountability relationships. And, you know, it takes a lot of willpower to be honest and be courageous with asking direct questions of one another based on the fact that we love and trust one another. You know, as I've often said, well, that's a horrible way of saying it. That makes me sound like a right arrogant idiot. But you can't drive a 10-ton truck over a 2-ton bridge. Do not ask people direct questions if you don't have the strength of relationship and the love to build on. You've got to build up that love and trust and understanding and care over time. And that's why these accountability relationships are so important, because, you know, we're all going to hit those moments in life where we need them. Yeah, my stage in life, I suppose, you know, a lot of people are starting to have affairs. They're getting into trouble with their businesses or organisations. I don't want to do that. And I need to have invested into those accountability relationships in the good times, so that when the tough times hit, they're there and they can sort stuff out. So that's the first thing, safety. Second thing is finishing. The second objective is just to finish. You know, in running, if you don't finish, you are DNF, did not finish. And you don't get the finisher's medal. And so for me, it's one thing to stay safe, okay, then I've got to finish. You know, a lot of that comes, like being safe, in planning and my route planning. And, you know, it's a management thing. It's managing the body. Someone said to me, you know, if you feel a stone in your shoe, you stop and sort it out straight away, because you don't want that to just rub over time and build up into a blister. It's a body management thing. It's also a mind management thing. You know, I carry little sort of treats with me, little bits of food and drink, you know, keep you going. And it's the same in the Christian life. We all need encouragement in order that we can persevere to the finish. And I'm so thankful that I'm part of a church family that is encouraging, and I thank you for all the encouraging messages you've been sending through to me on this run. You know, and then there's the final thing. There's the performance. If you're safe, if you've got a level of confidence that you can finish, and you've got a team around you encouraging you, helping you to do that, as I have, then you can think about the performance element and doing your job, you know, and that speaks back to the purpose that God has given you. And we've all got a purpose in life. We're all made by God, we're all loved by God, and he has good things planned for us, things that will bless us and bless others through us. You know, even when we make mistakes, God has this amazing ability to fold those into the plan. Isn't he amazing? The Bible says God works all things together for the good of those who love him, it's you and me, and are called according to his purposes, also you and me.